What's up, guys? We're back with another episode, episode 7. In this episode, we're gonna add voting. So, I don't think I said this in the other episode. We're gonna add voting. And we're gonna make the map load. We're gonna make the map load after the voting rather than loading it when the game starts. So you can go in, you can make a voting UI, or we have this menu here. If you enable this and you enable the voting, we have the players over here, but we don't have anything here. What we're gonna add buttons. Okay, so I've finished making the template. It's called template with a template name, which is going to be like the map name, and you have the votes, so like how many votes are going to be, like how many player voted for that map. You can just make it like disable it for now. You can disable this too. What we're going to do is we're going to make a module script in replicated storage. So make a folder, you can call it modules, and you can put a module, and it's going to be just like game info. You can have two game infos basically. You can name this game info, and in the game info we're gonna have game info dot maps, like that, and that's gonna equal to a table. And the table we're gonna have a name of each map, so you can put the name here. So you see the test map is called test map, so you're gonna put the test map, and you're gonna make this into a table also. And this is gonna be, we're gonna have the type of killer, because let's say there's a like a sewers map, and we want like a gooey zombie. So that's what we're gonna do. So write killer, and it's gonna be the name of the killer. But we're just gonna keep it killer because that's the name of our killer, our zombie. You can just keep it zombie, and then rename it to zombie, like that. Oh, votable, and it's gonna be true or false. We're gonna keep it true. This is just gonna check if like we can vote for the map. Like let's say there's a Halloween map, but we don't where when Halloween's finished, we can set the value to false, so it's not going to show up and we cannot vote for that map. You can do the same thing for all of the maps you've made. This is all we're going to need in the in the client script. Now what we're going to do is at the end here, we're going to, at the beginning we're gonna get the game info value, so you can local modules is gonna a folder, and it's gonna equal to, and local game info. So we're gonna make a loop for every single map in game. So for there's gonna be the name, map name, comma, dot maps, like that. Now we're getting all the maps, so we can create a template. It's local temp, or actually we're gonna check here if info dot votable, then if we can vote for it, then we're gonna get a template. So local template, it's gonna clone, like that. The template dot parent is gonna equal to this, so you can just paste it here, and the template dot visible is gonna equal to true. The template dot template name dot text. It's going to equal to map name, like that. And we're actually over here in the game info. We're gonna add another one, so we're gonna have votes. It's gonna equal to 0. We're gonna change this value in the server script, and it's going to update. So over here, the template dot votes dot text is going to equal to info dot votes. At the end, we're going to get the template dot activated. So if the when it's pressed, connect that to a function. I'm going to send a remote event. So we actually don't have a remote event. We're going to create a folder, and this is going to be called remotes. We're going to have another one called bindables, and we're going to create a remote events inside remote event. We're going to name this to player voted, like that. We're going to get the local remotes is going to equal to wait for remotes, comma, replicated storage, like that. It's going to be a folder. So the remotes, we're just going to wait for the player voted. I'm going to fire to the server. I'm going to pass through the map name, like that. In the server script service, in the main, we can actually make all of this much cleaner. So you can put a remote module event inside the main script, and you can name this, let's just say, voting, and you can get the voting. So local voting is going to equal to require script.voting, and in the voting, we're going to name this voting. Going to get the replicated storage, so rs equals game get service replicated storage. Going to get the remotes, so local remotes goes rs wait for child remotes, like that. The remotes wait for child player voted that on server event. We're going to connect that to a function. It's going to be the player and the map name. We're also going to want to get the modules. It's going to rs wait for child modules and local game info module. It's going to equal to modules, or require modules wait for child game info. Now we're going to check if game info module dot maps, comma map name. So if the map that we voted for actually exists, just checking, maybe something wrong happened. Now if it does exist, we're going to want to plus a vote. But before that, we're actually going to create another value. So we're going to want to create, actually you're going to want to change the votes with another table, and it's just going to be a blank table. And in the client script, we're going to do make it hashtag, like that. We're going to see why later. In the voting, we're going to check if not table.find game info module.maps, like if we're votes, we're going to check if we're not finding the player.user ID. So if we cannot find the like if the player did not vote for this map yet, then we can actually make the player vote. So table.insert, and we're going to insert it like that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get the remotes, wait for child player voting, and we're going to just fire to all the clients. Just like that. And we're going to pass to the map name. At the bottom here, we're going to get the remotes, wait for child player voted dot on client event. We're going to connect that to a function. Connect function. It's going to be the map name. I'm gonna you can see if so. You can copy this over here, and instead of clone, we're gonna check if we find first child map name. So if template, then template dot votes dot text is going to equal to the, we're also going to pass through the votes like that. It's going to equal to votes. And we're just going to pass through the amount of votes. So we're going to do hashtag and then the amount of votes that are actually exist. So if you, just before you run the game, I forgot to actually change the name of the template to the map name. So template.name is going to equal to the map name. Like that. If you play the game now, it's going to work. You see, +1. Now if you press multiple times, we cannot make the value go up. In the voting, let's say you have multiple maps. So let me just add multiple maps for testing purposes. So test map 2, test map 3. In the voting, we're going to want to check if a player voted in another map, then we're going to minus equals the vote. So right before here, so local for num comma map or map name 2 map name 2 comma info in pairs game info module dot maps 2. You're just going to want to pass through the num because you see it takes the position over here. So if we play the game, it's going to work. So if we click there and then we click here, ooh, it changes. So, and you can try clicking like fast or something, and it's gonna stay checking because it loops through every single vote. So even if you accidentally press it 2 times, it's just like going to cancel it out straight away right after. So this is that's the voting system. Now we're gonna want to check which vote won for the map. So in the main, we're actually gonna erase, like, we're gonna put another module here, and this module is gonna be in the voting. It's gonna be called map. So I'm gonna just call it map module. And we're gonna get the map module in the voting module. But in the map module, you can just call it map module function map module dot load map, like that. Okay, so you can go in the main script and just copy like this over here in the map, and you can pass through the map name. And we need the maps, so the maps is going to be just pass through the map. I'm gonna keep the map module dot current map. It's gonna equal to nil for now, but then you make the map module dot current map equal to the clone of the map. Okay, you can actually call the clone to the cloned map. It's the clone map. It's gonna be perfect. You can delete this over here and the current map also. Now it's gonna be some errors. You can actually delete this for now. We can rescript it in the future, and that seems to be it. In the map, we're gonna get the local map module. Map module. It's gonna require a script.map like that, and function. So function voting dot choose most voted map like that. I'm gonna pass to the voting dot choose most voted map. And over here we can copy this loop right here. Put it here. You can remove the 2 and you can actually remove the whole thing right here except for the loop. We're gonna check, we're gonna have the most voted map. Over here it says nil. I'm gonna have the most votes. It's gonna be 0. And actually keep it to -1 so it always chooses a map so it doesn't create a bug in the script. Now we're gonna check for every vote in the map. So we're gonna check if hashtag info.votes is more than the most votes, then the most voted map is going to equal to the map name, and the most votes is going to equal to this right there. Now we're going to check. We're just going to spawn the map, so map module dot load map, and it's going to be the most voted map. So it's going to load the map. If we play the game, you can actually see it's going to create an error for the killer, I'm sure. If we run, see, there's no map that actually loaded. So if you run the game, and let's just spawn with the test map right there. The map just loaded. And the killer actually moves, but you're gonna see the doors actually don't work. Okay, so the map works. The map loads depending on how many votes we have per map. Now we're gonna want to load the killer. In the map, we're gonna have another function, function map module dot load killer like that. It's gonna be the map here, and we're gonna actually put the zombie in a folder and name the folder killers. And you can put this in replicated storage. And you're going to also want to pass to another thing, and it's going to be killer wanted. So it's going to be the killer that they want to spawn. And you can actually pass through so local killer wanted. You can also pass through the killer wanted. So the killer wanted is going to equal to the info.killer, I think, value here, the killer wanted. In the map, you can also pass to the killer wanted right there. And then when we're spawning, so the map module dot load killer, We're gonna have the clone map and then the killer wanted. Like that, so we're spawning the killer also. And we're also gonna want to get the killer, so local killers is gonna equal the game get service, replicate storage, wait for child killers, and we're gonna see if killers find first child, killer wanted, then local new killer is gonna equal killer killers, wait for child killer, killer wanted, and a new killer. That parent is gonna equal a workspace. The new killer. We're gonna pivot to the map. Wait for child killer spawn dot c frame. So as you see, the everything spawned. The killer is having some trouble there. I think this is because I see. It's checking if the name of the killer is named killer, but its name is not always killer. So we're just gonna check if it is a if we're gonna have an attribute so we're gonna do new killer set attribute is killer. This is gonna be the true, like that. In the over here, it's just gonna check if the get attribute is killer, or checking if that is true, like that, and it should work. Let me just check if it's setting. So if we play the game, see, open that door, and it just opened that door. And he's going to walk there. And he's going to walk there. We're also gonna wanna box the player in case they can move for some reason. You never know. Now that we have finished loading the map, we're gonna want to position all the keys so we can actually create another module in the map and call this items. Call it items module. Items module. And call it the items module dot setup items. You can pass to the map, and we're gonna have another function. So items module dot set up item, pass to the app and the item. This is passing through one item, and this is passing through all the items. You'll see why we created two functions for that. Now on the map, when we're loading the map, I also want to load the items, so I'm going to create a local items is going to equal to require script.items, and actually name it items module, and we're going to get the items module dot setup items, and then we're going to pass to the cloned map. As you see in server storage right here, we have a gray key and a red key. But let's say not every map needs a gray key or red key. Well, in the game info module, we can set this up. We can actually delete the other testing maps that don't even work. And you're going to put another value, so items needed. It's going to be a table. You can open this table up and you just put the names of every item. So let's say we do need the gray key. So you can write the name of the key exactly, and then it's going to paste the keys in the map that we need. In the items, you can actually create some variables. So local rs equals game get service replicate storage local game info module is going to equal to rs wait for child game info, like that, are actually going to require it. So we're getting the module. So we're going to pass through the position and the item name. So in pairs, game info module, comma map. We're actually going to pass the map name, or actually not map dot name dot items needed, like that. And I forgot, I want to the maps. You make sure you write it exactly like that. Now we're gonna do the items module. Let's set up item. That's gonna be the map, comma item name, like that. And then we're gonna set it up in this function right here. We're doing this just because in the future episode we might want to load an item separately. For example, we unlock like this safe or something. We're gonna want to load that item in the safe. Let's say again, in case an exploiter can go in the safe without needing the safe key or something. It's just simple as that. So there's like no exploiters exploiting the game. Over here, now we're gonna do is we're gonna get the random position is gonna equal wait for child get children, and then we're gonna get a random item spawn. So you can get the length of this. So hashtag math.random, getting the length of that. So we're gonna pivot the key to the position. So the item, we're gonna pivot to the random spawn position, and we're actually gonna get the C-frame of it. So C-frame. So that should actually work if we playtest the game. It did not. So what is this? I see. We didn't get the module, so local module is going to equal to rs wait for child modules. Make sure you put the instead of the rs, I did a mistake. Make sure it's modules instead of rs and create this variable here. Rs is going to create some errors. If we run the game, it's loading. Hopefully we see the item spawn. No, we did not, and it created an error. Oh, I see. This is my fault. I forgot that we're passing the string of the item. Make sure it's item name instead of just item. Or actually, That's my fault. I didn't realize we're passing a string. So over here, instead of passing the string, we pass the item. So local item is going to equal to game get service server storage. Wait for child items. Find first child. Item name. If item, then we're going to pass through. We're going to set up the item like that. It's kind of long also the timer, so you can set the timer if we run the game. Now there's 5 seconds left, because I make sure you're also cloning the item that you're passing through, and you're setting the item, the parent of the item, to the map. Just to make sure, like when you're deleting the map, it's deleting all the items too, so it doesn't like keep the old items. Now, if you see the items spawn, the reason they're on the side of the map is because they're not anchored and they kind of like glitch through the part. That's fine. And the items, I'm pretty sure they work. Yeah, they all work too, which is good. Quickly hide. Now you see there's all this right here. Now this code is kind of ugly. So what we can do is we can create another module in the main this time, and you can just call this players. Call this players module. And get some variables. So local players equals game get service players, and we're gonna get a function players module setup player. I'm gonna get passed to the player. Another players module dot player added. I'm gonna connect that to the players module dot setup player, like that. So it's setting up the player once the player is added. And we're gonna copy all of this and paste it over here, and we can delete all of this now. You see how much room we have now? And you can copy this, paste it right here, like that. There's a error here, so we can get the game info equals game get service replicate storage. Wait for child game info, like that. The menu, so what better place to put it but then in the right here in the players module. There's a error there, so you can just copy the voting and paste it at the beginning right here. Make sure you're getting the voting. The players is now going to equal to the players module, so require script.players, and you can delete all of this, and you see now the main script is followed by 2 lines of code. And you know what would be even better if we actually just add the voting module in the players module, because the players is controlling the voting. So I delete the parent here, so it's getting the voting, and you don't even need this anymore because it's getting triggered by the players right here. If we run the game, it should still all work. See, everything works, but here's the problem. You see, there's 2 keys in the same that teleport to the same spot. Now we can fix this by simply deleting the spawn, like I forgot to do in the items. At the end, we're gonna get the can copy this, paste it here, and we're just clearing all the children. So, and you can delete the C frame, and just do random position dot C frame. Another random position. We're going to destroy it. I hope you like this video. Next episode. I'm actually not sure what we're going to do next episode yet. We might add a shop. We might add some more flexibility in the voting, or more maps, more killers. Who knows? We might even add like points or something. Might add an ending, actually, a way to beat the game next episode. But that is till next episode. So I hope you like this video, and goodbye.